It's been some time since I talked about the development of FlipSwitch's War of the Worlds game, and now I feel it's a good time to give you a rundown of what's been going on. Not much has been shared publicly, but Patreon and closed testers have been getting sneak peeks of all the development progress, and I've been taking some notes on what's changed. For those wondering if that's allowed, I am allowed to discuss what's happening in the Patreon streams, but I'm not allowed to show it. However, the closed tester previews and playtester stuff, I am under a non-disclosure agreement, so therefore I can't share anything on that. I just wanted to also quickly say the reason why I haven't uploaded much recently is just because my life has become very busy. I started a new job as a truck driver, which takes up a huge portion of my time, and I've also got into a new relationship, so that also takes priority over the YouTube stuff, but I will endeavour to keep posting as often as possible. Now, all the information I've gathered is from recent Patreon live streams, so things may have progressed a little bit, but I wanted to point out some of the standout features. So, the first thing I noticed was the menu. It's got a lot more options when adjusting the graphics now, which is a really good thing for people on lower end computers that might struggle running the game. One of the big questions I get asked a lot is, will my old PC be able to run the game? Raf has stated in the past he wants more or less any PC built within the last 10 years to be capable of running the game, which is a bold claim because currently the game is very performance heavy. But as time goes on, the game will be better optimized, and combine that with the advanced graphics menu, it should be easy for people to get the game running smoothly. In a more recent post, he did talk about how much more optimized the game is, and looking at the recent live streams, it definitely looks a lot smoother. Another thing that I noticed quite quickly in the live stream was how you can now knock out NPCs using your fists. Now, this might not seem like a big deal, but until this point you've had no way of defending yourself unless you had a weapon, so being able to at least fight back with your fists doesn't leave you completely helpless when you first start out. We also now have new NPC dialogue done by AI. Now, I'm not too sure if the voice lines that were made by the community a little while ago are still in the game, as I haven't heard any, but I can only assume that they're still there. But it does help that AI has been used because the lines can be more in depth and you can change things without needing everyone to record new lines. So I am kind of on board with that, even if it does mean that my lines have been removed. One of the big things that I've noticed now is that the lighting is a lot better, especially coming from the tripod spotlights and the ambient lighting in general. It's just easier to see inside of buildings at night, but if you still find it hard to see, the torch has now been improved so it's a lot more usable. The next thing I wanted to touch on was that there is now a basic level of dynamic destruction in the game, which looks pretty good, and it's just a taste of what's to come. I can't comment too much on what it looks like as I only saw it briefly, but the fact that it's now coming in gradually makes me wonder how far away we are from early access, as overall the game is looking incredibly well polished. Unfortunately, we won't get a solid release date until it's completely ready, as Raf doesn't want to make any empty promises, which is fair enough if you ask me. But I was just wondering how long it would take for this whole dynamic destruction to be implemented. It's been one of those things that's been talked about for quite a long time, and we're just starting to see it come in now, which makes me think that that's like one of the last big things to tick off before early access is considered. So we could be looking at a possible release maybe at the end of the year or early next year. It's hard to say because, you know, he's a bit of a perfectionist. He goes back and he does things over again, so who knows is all I'm saying. That's all I have in regards to changes to the game, but I have been speaking to Raf and he's told me there should be a new gameplay update video coming out quite soon, so once it drops I'll make sure to take a look at it and share my thoughts as I always do. It might take me a little bit longer to post a video on it at the moment, but I'll always endeavour to post new gameplay analysis videos as fast as I can, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But that's everything I have for this video. I know it was a bit of a shorter one, but I still hope you found it informative and helpful. Again, apologies for the lack of uploads recently. I've just had a lot on my plate in real life, so I've had to kind of shelve the channel for a little bit, but I should be able to keep posting here and there. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We just recently hit 6,000 subscribers, which is a big target, so thank you all so much for sticking around. I really do appreciate it, as well as my members. Thank you very much. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.